So welcome to my review of the BASN in-ear monitor. You can see it's an MMCX connection. We'll have a good look at it a bit. And yeah, these are a hybrid, so now there's at least a balanced armature and a dynamic in there, which we'll have a look at in a bit. And yeah, as usual, full disclaimers, I'd like to thank BASN themselves to sending me this out, so thank you very much. I was not paid to this video and all thoughts and opinions are my own. And yet before they contacted me, to be honest, I actually haven't heard of this brand. So I have no idea about these, and yeah, let's just get into it. So just a closer look at the packaging and see what you get. That's the finish, like a marble effect, which we've seen a bit. Obviously MMCX connector, fashion in-ear monitor, don't enjoy unbalanced armature, which we all see. So triple driver, I think it's 2 balanced armatures, 1 DD. Nothing there. Just the specs, so 2 dynamics and 1 balanced armature, so that's a bit different. Specs there. Information on the back. And yeah, so yeah, I haven't actually heard of these before. Quite nice packaging, to be honest. So okay, they can actually come with 2 different cables. So the universal microphone one. It reminds me a lot of the older KZ cables, inline controls, a triple one, which is unique. I don't like it's got metal wires in the for the ear hooks. I wasn't never keen on them. I prefer ones that are like pre-formed, you know, flexible ones. Instructions there. Okay, so this one's a bit different. This is silver plated. So yeah, this one's a bit better. Again, 3.5 metal there that you have to pre-form yourself. Again, I'm not really keen on it. I think this is a better cable though. There's a branding, BASN. See it there? Yeah, that's a better cable, but again, I prefer pre-formed kind of guides. Open the top up. So, case of some sort. So at least they do give you plenty of stuff. The camera doesn't like that, but silver, kind of soft. So a bunch of cables, 1/2-inch jack. So this silicon and a shirt clip. Good, there's a jack. It's about the right size to fit the cabling and the IEMs, so that's pretty good. And let's see what these are like. So yeah, I do like the marble finish, very clear setup really. So DD, there's an armature in the nozzle. Normally not what I kind of like, but I have no idea what these sound like. Obviously I haven't used them there, I haven't graphed them. And that's it. I'm going to stop waffling on now, but you've seen what you get quite a bit. Not keen on the ear hooks or the cables, but that's what's included. Yeah, so I'm going to spend some time with these, graph them, get all my thoughts and opinions and stuff like that, and I'll see you in the future. Yeah, so welcome to my review section of the BASN MMCX triple driver. So it's technically they state it's a dual DD balanced armature in the nozzle, as you can just see it up there. Now these don't sound how I expect it, but I'll get to that into a bit. So let's talk about just general kind of build quality. Now I do like how they look with this kind of porcelain / marble look. They do look a little bit on the cheaper side, like how they're manufactured. It's fine, technically the build quality is fine. It's as you can see, they don't look premium, but I have no issue. They work fine. It's a shame it's an MMCX, which is, this should have been a kind of a 2-pin variant of something, but anyway. So the cable, So like you saw it before, it comes with 2. Now, I don't like that it's got that metal, the ear guide is, you bend it to what suits you. Now, that might be fine for some people, but as soon as you like move them at your ear or move them at your pocket or whatever, it loses the shape. They should have had some sort of pre-formed guide that stays there and a bit flexible, but goes back to its shape. I think that would have been better, but it's what it comes with. So, so isolation, I actually found it pretty good, actually. You can see there's also a vent there. Yeah, they do isolate quite well. I think the company kind of brands this stuff for like stage use, so they have to isolate well. So that's probably one of the reasons why it does. So the isolation is pretty good. I don't know the decibels of it, but it doesn't seem too bad actually. Sound stage was okay. And imaging, I put that into both. It was both okay. I had no issues at all. They didn't really sound like there's in my head like super intimate like some are. They're okay. Like you can get better, but you can also get worse. So power and sensitivity, I had no issues powering these at all. They're not super easy, but they're not hard easy. They're kind of in the middle. I had no problems at all. So here's just a better look at them. That's it. I think they look okay. They also do sell other models, but I haven't. This is the only one I've tried so far. Obviously, you've seen. They also do include a brush that was in the carry case, in case I didn't show you. So anyway, keep it short. So I've allowed the graph now, and again, they do sound different to what I expect. So bass, they are definitely on the bassier side. I didn't know what to expect from these. I was expecting big V shape, and they are not that. So they have a moderately elevated bass, quite good slam to be honest. Quite a good amount. Sub bass slightly rolls off, but most music doesn't have sub bass. It's mid bass. But yeah, to be honest, the DD they've used seems decent. Yeah, nothing to say really. The decay is good enough. The texture is good enough. I've heard better, but that it's not a bad DD that they've used. They say it's a dual cavity one. I don't know. It seems like it's one DD and one BA, but yeah, the bass itself is fine. It's elevated. It does bleed a bit, but I don't mind that. Stops it sounding thin. But yeah, mids, not a bad set actually. You can see there's a slight bleed at the bottom, but the upper mids doesn't shoot up, so they're quite balanced in the vocals. The vocals are more of a realistic level in my opinion. Some people like it really boosted at the upper mids, lower treble, so the people went vocal forward. This doesn't seem to do that. It seems very well balanced, strangely enough. I was expecting way more upper mids, and to be honest, way more lower mids. I was expecting big scooped V-shaped, and they aren't, strangely enough. But yeah, the mids are actually pretty solid. I've heard better as well, but they're not bad at all. So treble, which is more of a pleasant surprise for me. I was expecting a lot more. These are quite balanced considering there's a balanced armature in the nozzle. I was expecting way more treble response in a bad way. But yeah, the treble does sound kind of realistic. No, you can't be as realistic as a DD doing the full range. But the BA they use seems okay. I don't know what they've used, but there is a crossover on the back of the DD, so they've kept it quite restrained. I like that. These have zero fatigue, which is what I want. Again, they've made this for stage use, so maybe that's why the treble response is more restrained. Now, these don't sound like the dark or roll off. The extension seems quite good. So, just a quick comparison compared to like that Canera, the Celeste. Now that had more lower treble, but then it fell off a cliff. Now this doesn't do that. This has less lower treble, but it doesn't roll off as much. So I think this is a better treble response than that has, even though that is a little bit cheaper. But I think this graphs better than that does. Obviously the 8K peak is from the, you know, the measurement, and yeah, there's no really any really weird treble peaks or anything. Even up to 15, you can see there's some small ones there, but they're like you don't hear that. But yeah, the treble is I found it pretty detailed, pretty realistic sounding. Not perfect because it's a BA is in there as well. But your instrument separation is good. Instruments all sound fine. Again, kind of not what I expected. So yeah, I'll kind of keep it brief. Now, conclusion is, do I recommend these? Yes, if they was cheaper. Now these are, I think, around £78.99 on the Amazon.co.uk website. So for UK people, they aren't worth that. I think that's too expensive for the cable quality and probably the build, but the build's on the whole fine. I think this should be in the £40 to £50 region maximum. But the tuning, I think, is better than I expected. Some people may not like that kind of graph. I do. I like things a bit more subtle in this kind of response. Some people like things differently, but I think it actually, you know, it's not too bad. But yeah, but I think they're a little bit overpriced. And 2-pin and different cables really is the way to go. But apart from that, I think them tuned pretty good. They're quite a safe tuning, to be honest, so they could cover a lot of genres. Some people may want more bass if you like hip hop or electronic, where you want a lot of, probably want more. But I was quite happy with what these do. Again, some people might want more treble. Depends on your genres, but I found this is kind of a balanced kind of tuning, really. Quite safe, and that's pretty much it. I don't want to get too long, but if you know anything in particular, just let me know in the comments. And yeah, thanks for watching. Take care. And I've got some more interesting things coming up, so stay tuned to the channel. And this may sound a bit cringe, but please do subscribe. It does help out a lot because sometimes it's a struggle. Click the bell if you can. Again, everything helps, like the videos and all the good stuff. And yeah, see you in the next video.